This is our question. Let's find a way to do justice to this question given. Please, whenever this kind of question is posed to you to answer, the first thing you need to do is to understand the question, understand where the question is coming from, understand the method to use to calculate and measure the price elasticity coefficient of any given product. Product can be P, product can be C, product can be D, and product can be E. It can be any product. And understand how to interpret your result. It is very, very, very important to understand this. How to clear the question, understand where the question is coming from, and also understand how to interpret your result. To interpret your result here means to know whether your final answer is elastic, whether your final answer is inelastic, that's a fairly inelastic, whether your answer is unitary, that is PED is equals 1, whether your final answer is perfectly inelastic, whether your final answer is perfectly elastic. These are the important thing you need to understand, you need to know, that is to interpret your result. So let's find a way to do justice to this question. And never forget that to calculate the price elasticity coefficient of product, we have what we call point method. Point method is where the method is where percentage change in quantity demanded, PED is the percentage change in quantity demanded over percentage change in price. That is point method. Or you use constant negative in bracket change in quantity demanded, or change in quantity demand over change in price dot old price over old quantity. That is the formula. Let's find a way to do justice to this question. Okay, let's find the price elasticity of coefficient of product B. We have different method to find the price elasticity or to measure price elasticity of any given product. One is point method. We have H method, but we'll be using a point method to measure price elasticity of coefficient of any given product. Here we have formula 1. Formula 1 is a percentage change in quantity demanded over percentage change in price. Then the second formula is a constant negative bracket change in quantity over change in price dot old price over old quantity. The first thing we'll be using this formula 2 method. Formula 2 is very, very important. Let's use this formula 2 to solve it. Formula 2, the first step to do here is to find the percentage change in quantity. How do we find percentage change in quantity? You subtract new quantity from old quantity. Percentage change in quantity, not percentage change in quantity. Change in quantity demanded is equals our new is a new quantity is 100 minus old quantity is 50 is equals what? 50 unit. Let's find the change in price. How do we find change in price? We subtract new price from old price. Change in price. The new price, our new price is what? Our new price is 6. 6 minus 10 minus 4 naira. That is our change in our price. Then the next step is to find old price. The old price here is what? Not percentage, not change in price, the old price. Our old price is what? Old price is 10. PO is 10. Then QO, old quantity is what? Our old quantity is 50. We put it in bracket, constant negative in bracket. Our change in quantity is 50 is 50 unit, not 5 unit. 50 units over our change in price is minus 4 times our old price is 10 over old quantity is 50 is equals 5 times this is 500 over minus is 200 is equals when you divide, use calculator, divide 500 500 divided by minus, you give you minus 2.5. That is, we said that PED greater than 1. That is, PED is greater than 1, meaning that it is elastic demand. Consumers are very responsive to change in price. Consumers are very responsive to change in price. That is what it means. Let's interpret our result. Let's interpret it. Interpret. This is interpret your result. Interpret your result. Interpret your result is to tell us if your answer is elastic, if your answer is infinity, if your answer is perfectly elastic, if your answer is inelastic. That's what it means. So consumers are very responsive with the change in price. That's what it means. Are very responsive to change in price. Consumers are very responsive in change in price. Very responsive in change in price. That's what it means. Consumers are very responsive in change in price. So our final answer here is minus 2.5 PED is greater than 1. Yeah, you understand the law of demand. When price goes up, consumers are buying a small quantity, but when price falls, consumers buy in a larger quantity or in a big quantity. That's what it means here. Consumers are very responsive to change the price. As price falls, a small decrease in price, consumers are very responsive in change in price. That's what it meant. This is the end of our today's episode. Bye.